But let us move on to our final segment of the evening. As you know, we always end the show with one last thought. And I just thought, given that is the new year, and we did talk a little bit about our own personal stuff last week for those who tuned in. So I thought this week it'd be more fun to it's a new year. What do you look for your team in the next year? Because honestly, outside of Anthony, who still has a chance to make the playoffs, even though he doesn't want Atlanta to make it, Delilah, our beloved Bear, will not make it, and Tina, your beloved Broncos, will not make it either. But Anthony, I'll let you go first just because, again, I know how you feel. But in the new year, what would you like to see happen with the draft coming up in April as well? What would you like your Atlanta Falcons to do in this coming year?
I know what I would like for them to do. I know what they're going to do. The same dumb stuff. I caught myself, Mr. Spence. I wasn't going to cuss on you. Very nice show. So I appreciate you letting me be a part of this program.
Tina's the potty mouth. You're good. Tina's the one who swears all the time.
I'm gonna give Tina a list of certain words, and then when I want to cuss, I'm just gonna point at Tina, and she's gonna say it.
She's gonna say it for you.
Yeah, she'll say the dirty word for me. I just hold up one finger for that one. Yeah, they'll have numbers on them and everything. Anyway, the Falcons are gonna do the same dumb stuff they do every year. I would not be surprised if after the horrible year that we've had this year, that they retain the services of Mr. Mustache. He shaved his mustache off and showed a dedication to the team. Something dumb like that. Arthur Blank is a very, very wealthy man, an old wealthy man who he's got that in Home Depot. He's not paying attention to what the Falcons got going on. He probably doesn't even care who the general manager is right now. What I would like for them to see, I would like to see, it's very unrealistic, but since we're asking, I want to see a clean out. Everybody in here clean. If you on the upper echelon of the pay scale, clean your stuff and get out of my building and turn in your key card. That means the coach and all of his coaching staff is going to get evaluated on a person by person basis. The general manager and all of his staff, like the administrative staff and stuff like that. Like, we not firing the folks to answer the phones and things like that. But but folks is getting paid way too much money to do jobs that they're not doing. Yeah. All of them got to go. All of them got to go. And start fresh, and maybe get some fresh blood in there, and maybe it might spark something going on in Atlanta to maybe get some folks excited about winning. I mean, it wasn't that very long ago. I mean, it's only been 5 years since the Falcons were in the Super Bowl. 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And now they are the laughing stock of the division, and that's saying something for a team that pretty much dominated the division for 7-8 years. It's insane. What changed other than the fact that you fired the coach and your offensive coordinator is now the head coach in San Francisco, and you're all of that kind of stuff. Your head coach is now the defensive coordinator in Dallas. Just dumb stuff. Stop doing dumb stuff and hire somebody that actually knows football to help you with the draft.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was shiny. I want that one. That was the place kicker. Yeah, we get first round pick. You get $300 million guaranteed. I do dumb stuff like that. We might be all right. Although I will say Younghoe Koo was a good pick. I'll say that.
And he was cut by the Chargers after not even a year. He was cut early on by the Chargers. It was like, okay, you didn't see the potential, and I think the Chargers had some
hit the side of a barn.
Yeah, no, I know he didn't kick well, but
probably was just nerves, but he was a good pickup. I honestly think they've got a lot of the parts there. London, they got Pitts and Bijan, and they got Bijan to take all of the load off. Like, seriously, just
No, I hear you, man. I hear you.
I'd love to see him get back to just winning. What is it, 17 game season? If they could just win 9 games a season for a couple of seasons and build from there, that would be great.
Yeah,
Anything
fair
other
enough.
than this crap they've been putting on the field every year.
Sure. I can respect that, sir. Well, all right, Tina, how about you? Your Denver Broncos going, a lot of talk about a lot of things, but what's your opinion on, or what would you like to see this next year with your beloved Broncos?
Everybody keep their mouth shut and stop talking to the press would be one wish. Because every time there's another day, there's another story about this is happening here and that's happening there. I do think we made a step forward. I'm still not 100% behind Sean Payton, but I think he did do a good job with getting the team together. We did win 3 more games than we won the year before. So I know that's not a lot, but when your team is trash like it was, 3 games is a lot. We'll have to see. I mean, I'm right now, I drank the Kool-Aid because it's fun if you think you're going to make the playoffs, but I didn't think we were going to make it. So we were a little bit ahead on that, but we're stuck in a bad situation with our cap and a lot of stuff. So I think Patton, our GM, is going to have to pull a few rabbits out of his hat to get some changes. So a lot of people want us to try and draft a quarterback and everything. And I just kind of like what I said. I mean, we're going to be paying Wilson $87 million for the next 2 years.
That's a lot of money.
A lot. If it's not more, I'll talk about it on Mile High Minute. I'm going to bring it up. But there was Delilah's thing that she noted up on Let's Talk Football that I think is going to bite the Broncos in the butt next year. So we'll see what happens on that. But I just win more games. I'd like to this weekend beat the Raiders because that's the other team. We have a bad we have a bad thing with losing to them lately, and then next year just keep moving with what we have. Sure. That's me.
Tina,
all right. Yes.
I got a question. I got a question before you go. Keep going. Did you what flavor Kool-Aid was it you drank? I just wanted to know.
Glacier cherry.
Okay.
There you
go. But being a Broncos fan, the answer would be Orange Crush.
The Orange Crush. There it is.
I was gonna say if it was red Kool-Aid, that's the best Kool-Aid right there. Just red. Just red.
Everything with Broncos is Orange Crush. Orange everything.
Orange everything. Yeah. All right, Delilah. So our beloved Bear, there's a lot that I hope happens, but I'd like to get your opinion first about this upcoming year. What do our Bears do, dear? What do we do here?
I'd like us to make the most out of the fact that we have a first-round pick and not to use it selecting a first-round quarterback. I want us to actually use that number 1 pick. I agree with you to take whatever we can from whoever is desperate more than us.
Yeah.
I think that Justin deserves to finish out his rookie contract with us for 2 reasons. One, because I really do think he deserves another season. I think that the coaching he was under wasn't the right one. And I hope that next season we could see him using his athleticism that we know he has, running the ball more as well as passing. But then because once he finished out his rookie contract, he would be more valuable for us to trade next season versus this season with another year under his belt, hopefully a winning season. That's all I want. Listen, all I want is a winning season. I'm not asking for much.
No, I get it. No.
I'm not even asking for playoffs. Okay, give me a winning season. Give me a quarterback coach that understands Justin. Get me an offensive coordinator that doesn't hate his quarterback. It's so obvious. Or maybe not hate, that's a strong word. What I mean is that he doesn't fit the system of this OC, right? This OC is used to guys like Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I hope that the Bears do right by this team who's super talented. DJ Moore is a stud, and the fact that he hasn't been lights out every week since we traded for him is embarrassing, and it's sad. Because as soon as he had his monster game, he walked off the field and he had to get drug tested, which happens. He's not the only player. There was another player also on Sunday that had a monster game.
J.D. Lamb. They made him take a drug test after that game. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so when you have such a high caliber game that the NFL is like, all right, now you got to go drop, right?
Yeah.
Then you should have been used more often, like way more than what you have. Our defense is coming together. We've been doing crazy stops. I mean, I just feel that the talent is there. Komet, I think, could be a really valuable tight end, and we don't use him right either. And so I feel that we have all the pieces. We just don't have the right coaches. I'm not saying Eberflus needs to leave as head coach. I think he'd be better as a defensive coordinator like he was before. I think that's what he's good at. That's his stuff. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong when your lane is that. You know what I mean? Your expertise is defense.
Yep.
Not head coach. So, we need a defensive coordinator because the other one left in shame. A lot of weird stuff happened with these coaches. They were doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing on computers.
Crazy,
and so what I hope is that they pick offensive coaches, quarterbacks coach, a OC and a head coach that has that mentality of working with the talent that we have. That's all I want. That's all I want. Okay, just no playoffs. Give me a winning season. Let's give Justin the chance he deserves. So we'll see.
No. I'm with you. And just quickly, I'll add, my biggest thing is, like you said, the draft for me is going to be the biggest thing. What do we get for that number one pick? Because we don't need a quarterback. And I'll say that again. We don't need one. We don't need to draft Caleb Williams or Drake May or any of that. Just take the pick and trade it. Get as much as you can for that number one pick. And my thing would be to free agency, because remember, we still have a lot of money in free agency. Pick up a veteran center. I know there's there's going to be a couple available. Pick up a veteran center and draft one so that the kid who's the rookie can learn from the veteran center and take over in 2 to 3 years when that veteran center's contract is up. We need a legit center. We haven't had one since Olin Cruz. That's one thing.
Right? It was Cruz, right? Yeah.
We need somebody to anchor. We need an anchor on that offensive line, and it's usually the center. And we need that desperately. We also need another edge rusher. So that's where the draft comes in. You got Montez Sweat now, and you got him for 4 years. That's great. Draft an edge rusher to go with him. You've shown some guys on the defensive line. Dexter has played well. Billings has played pretty well. Like, we have guys who can legit play the interior of the line. 2 stud pass rushers, I think, would put us over the top there. And we could probably use another corner. But draft is going to be the biggest thing for me. I want to see the Bears draft right again. I like what Poles did last year. I'm hoping I like what he does again this year. And that's my thing. If you can just, like you said, keep building and really solidify this team, I think we have something. And again, it's a possibility we win 8 games this year. That's an improvement. We won 3 last year. So we have the potential to win 5 more games than we won last year. You carry that momentum into next year with all the draft picks and everything you got, and you have the makings of a really great team. So to me, that's what I look forward to. I look forward to the draft. I want to see what happens, and I want to see this team just literally solidify itself. And again, I'm all for getting another offensive coordinator. You can let Luke Getsy walk out the door. Just let him go. You want to keep Eberflus? Fine. But get an offensive coordinator. We need one badly.
And a quarterback coach.
Yeah, and take the quarterback coach with you too. And just we need someone that understands what Justin is, because he's not just a pocket passer, and that's not where he's going to be successful. So you trying to make him that is what really has failed us in these last 2 years. Last year, he ran out of necessity. This year, he didn't have to do it as much, and we all saw what happened. But anyways, that's all. That's what I want. So again, thank everyone for watching and commenting. We saw Alex Schomburg, Ben Cornett, Sean Spencer. Who else was in there? A couple other people I think might have been in there. Kyle Yacey, thank you so much, Kyle, for joining us this week. I'm sure Anthony was happy to have another Falcons fan on to air his
Misery
grievances
loves
with the two Arthurs.
company.
The two Arthurs there in Atlanta. But again, guys, next week we will be back. We will do. We got a couple things working. We were talking in the comments. We got some stuff we're definitely going to bring up next week. So we look forward to that show. Again, I hope everyone had a great New Year. I hope you guys are all, whatever, working on your stuff. If you have resolutions, don't have resolutions, whatever you do, I just hope you're doing well. I hope you're healthy, and I hope you're happy. So for Anthony Handy, Tina Winter, Delilah Crespo, I'm Nick Rosario. We'll see you next week, guys. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.